uncomfortable pictures or irrelevant pictures on your timeline, such as pictures of teenagers smoking, or maybe drinking alcohol, or doing illegal racing, or even having sex.
What?
Or after having sex. Sorry. Yeah. So don't you find this disgusting and very, very inappropriate?
Yeah.
For just teenagers, the age like me and all of you in this room.
Not me.
So, ladies and gentlemen, those Mr. Azmi, those pictures have inspired me. Have inspired me to give a speech.
Not inspired. Motivated me.
Has motivated me.
Inspired.
Have motivated me to give a speech titled "Saving the Leaders of Tomorrow." It is undoubtful that these teenagers here are the leaders of tomorrow, because sooner the leaders there today, let's say
Datuk Sri Najib
bin Tun Abdul Razak, will one day he will retire, and it is up to us, and some of you maybe here could be the Prime Minister of Malaysia. Yeah, who knows? It could be Shahrin, it could be Arif, it could be even Mr. Azmi maybe. See, in order, without these leaders of tomorrow,
vocal variation, without these leaders
of tomorrow, who will be the one to lead us, to lead the country, to lead us to success? And so, teenagers today, they are involved in very, very dangerous activities, such as having premarital sex, or even doing illegal racing, or in the Malaysian culture, we call it rempit. Some are even smoking, and they're even worse, they are drinking alcohol. And I'm not talking about those who are in the US or in the UK. I'm talking those who are in Malaysia. So, do you know that all of these activities, they give bad effects, not just mostly to the person doing it. Let's say you're having premarital sex. You have a big tendency to catch sexual transmitted diseases, or in short form, STDs, such as syphilis, HIV. No, not Ebola. So these diseases, they don't have a cure at all. There's no cure. And isn't it sad to die at a very young age? You know there is more hope for you out there, that you have great awaiting you when you grow up. So in my speech, I will elaborate about 2 points. The first is the cause. Why do these teenagers get involved in these acts? Why do they get involved in these acts? And second, I will talk about how can we help them? How can we, at the same age as them, help them to stay away to stop doing these dangerous activities? Okay, moving on to the cause. So, firstly, we can't deny that these people, they get very little education from their parents, and so they don't know what is right.
They don't know what is right.
They don't know what is right and what is wrong. And when their parents abandon them, when their parents abandon them to go to their jobs, to go do something more important than educating their children, the teenagers will not learn anything, let's say, religious education. So they don't know what is right and what is wrong. And this will, without them knowing it, it will create a thinking about them being bounded by the religion itself. So this is what they call liberal thinking. And now I'm moving on to how can we help them? How can us, the same age as them, help them to stay away, to stop doing these legal activities? First of all, the parents, of course, they play a very big role, and they have to split their time with working and educating the children. They cannot avoid this. They cannot avoid their children, because one day the children will need to help their parents too. And second, moving on, is that sometimes when a person, this teenager, is involved in so many dangerous activities, he or she wants to repent. He wants to change.
He wants to repent.
He wants to repent.
He wants to change.
He wants to change. But sometimes we don't. Sometimes the ones that are helping him, like us, don't want to help him. So it is best to have to be open-minded, to be unprejudiced. And so
No, prejudiced. Prejudice, not prejudice. Prejudice.
to be unprejudiced. As,
It's no such thing as unprejudiced. Not to be prejudiced.
It's best to not be prejudiced. And to show an example, I would like to invite Mr. Adli for a little role play about how to be open-minded. And I'll be doing two scenes. The first scene is when I do not want to help him, but he wants to change, but I do not want to help him. I'm being very close-minded. And the second scene is me being a little bit open-minded. Okay.
A little bit.
Okay. A lot of open-minded.
Okay.
Okay. Adli.
Okay.
Hey, class, man, I got a problem, man.
Adli.
I've been doing bad things, man. I've been smoking, I've been sucking drugs.
You been what?
I've been taking drugs.
Sucking drugs?
I don't want this life, man. I need your help, man. Come on, man, help me, man.
What? Wait, what? You've been doing all these things, and you think you can change?
You're my only friend, man. Come on.
You think you can change? You're nothing but trash in this society. You don't deserve to have a place in this society. You deserve to die.
How could you? I thought you were my friend.
How about you take those drugs and you die of overdose? I don't want to be your friend.
I remember these words, class. I remember these words.
See, when that happens, he could have changed, he could have been better, but sometimes it's not him being the one to not change, but it's us that's stopping him from changing. And the second scene is where I will show you all how to how to help him a little bit.